In today's fast-paced world, we often find ourselves caught up in the race for success, money, and material things. But have we ever stopped to ask ourselves, do we have enough? Are we truly content with what we have? Today, I want to share with you the story of a woman named Mary and her little hen Daisy. Their story isn't just about an elderly woman and a hen. It's about a profound lesson on finding abundance in the simplest things in life. Mary was an elderly woman who lived alone in a quiet village. Her house sat at the edge of the village, surrounded by green fields and a small garden. She didn't have children, and her husband had passed many years ago. But Mary never felt lonely. She had Daisy, a small, fluffy hen who followed her everywhere, as if it were her loyal companion. Daisy wasn't just an ordinary hen. She was Mary's friend. Every morning as the sun rose, Daisy would lay a single egg. Mary would carefully collect it, hold it in her wrinkled hands, and whisper, "One is enough, my dear. We only need this much." Mary's life was simple and steady. She grew her own vegetables, spun her own yarn, and lived in a rhythm of peace and contentment. She didn't ask for much, just enough to get by. Each day a boiled egg for breakfast and half saved for lunch. But then, one day, something unexpected happened. Daisy laid 2 eggs instead of 1. Mary was surprised but smiled and said, "Well, now that's generous." She took 1 egg to the market, traded it for some rice and jaggery, enough to sustain her. Soon after, Daisy kept laying 2 eggs every day. The villagers noticed and suggested she sell more eggs or even start a business. But Mary just smiled and said, "One for me, one to share." "That's enough!" She shared the extra eggs with neighbors, with children passing by, sometimes even leaving one on someone's doorstep without saying a word. They started calling her Egg Mary because of her kindness and generosity. Then came the monsoon. The rains flooded the fields, and many villagers lost their crops. But Daisy continued to lay eggs, 1 in the morning and 1 in the evening. Mary saved the eggs she didn't need and shared them with others who were struggling. One day, a group of villagers asked her, "Why didn't you sell more when you could? Why didn't you chase more when you had the chance?" Mary looked at them with kind eyes and said, "Because sometimes it's not about having more. It's about loving what you already have and sharing it when the time comes." This story teaches us a profound lesson about true abundance. Sometimes it's not about chasing after more and more. It's about appreciating what we have and sharing it with others. Real contentment doesn't come from material wealth, but from inner peace and love. So, have you ever stopped to ask yourself, am I living for what I truly need, or am I just chasing after things that will never be enough? Take a moment to appreciate the simple things you already have and share them with the world. That's where true happiness lies.